Hi, Marie.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm outside in the park and I'm just chilling.
That's very good. Is the weather as nice over there as it is over here?
Yes, it's really nice. I'm just wearing a hoodie and I'm not freezing to death, so it's good.
All right. Well, let's jump straight into it. What is it's finally coming out. What kind of feeling does that give you? Your first album?
Uh I'm really fucking stoked, but I'm also, nervous as hell. I really hope people like it and I'm just eager for people to hear it now. Like I've just been sitting on this music for so long, so I just it couldn't have come any sooner.
Mm. I don't know, because obviously you've listened to the album a lot of times over the last year. What is your kind of general sense when you kind of think about it now? Is it kind of a way back for you? Does it feel like there's some distance between who you are now and this album?
Um No, not really. Like it still feels really fresh, even though like the music has existed for a while. But
Hmm.
I'm already like progressing over and like going into new directions. So like it's never gonna be exactly who I am, the music I put out, just because the process of
Sure.
putting out music is so long.
When it comes to this collection of songs, then are they very indicative of a certain time in your life? Then,
I don't even know what that means. Or
well, if they reflect kind of a specific period, like the period where it was written.
I feel like it really reflects like this past year, like 2020 and like late 2019, coming to a few realizations of like uh life stuff and what it's like to be a person and just like kind of, you know, going from like 20 to 22 is like it's kind of I feel like a lot of the album encompasses some of those realizations, but also anything like relationship related stuff also
Mhm.
from that time. So it definitely like it's like a little time capsule for sure.
Sure. Is there, if I'm prying too much, let me know. But is there one thing that you can share? One of those realizations, life lessons?
Mm, I think one thing that like is very like that I'm talking about on body and mind is when like it's really weird how there's like a difference between your physical body and your personality and like who you are. Like there's,
Mm.
looking in the mirror and you see something happening to your body, or maybe like you're getting wrinkles or you're getting stuff happening to your body and that you can't control. I feel like that is a realization I've had to learn this year in a very special way that has, been very hard for me. And um yeah, that's kind of like what I'm talking about in that song. And I think a lot of people will relate to that, young, old, whatever.
Sure, Body and Mind was one that stuck out for me as well. Do you remember what the first nugget was that started the song? Maybe you started with a line, maybe a sound or a guitar riff. What started that song?
It started, I was there were two things that started the song. It was firstly the synth thing that I started the song with. I was just messing around in my room and then like producing and just making like a lot of like doing a lot of weird like fun effects. And I had this like really cool synth. So I was like, oh, this synth, there's something really cool here. And then like fast forward a few weeks, I wrote like I've been in the deep end since I realized there's a difference between body and mind. And I was like, holy crap, where did that come from, Marie? I was like, holy shit, I wrote that and I was like, fuck, okay, there's something here. So that it was like those two things that really just like two like ignite things that ignited to and started this fire that the song is.
Right. And well, those thoughts that pop into you, it's kind of what I suppose the song Serotonin is about, where kind of these intrusive thoughts just all of a sudden hit you. Um, are they helpful, you think?
No, intrusive thoughts are not good. They are very, if you get have a lot of them like I've had and I still have sometimes, it's not good. Like it takes up a lot of your mind capacity. It can scare you. It makes you, scared of yourself, and it's really draining. And I don't think there's anything good about it. But
Okay.
what you can learn is that it's just your mind playing games with you, really.
What role then does music play in kind of easing your mind, or does it at all play that role?
Um, it does play that role in the sense of I love making music, and doing something that you love, I think, is a positive thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like I wouldn't say, you know, it's just like being busy and doing something that you love, I think is great for your head.
You mentioned the sound earlier, and now you've also talked about this album being more mature and you've developed quite a bit. How would you describe that development from, let's say, the previous two EPs, specifically musically?
Mm, I mean, I don't know. Like, I can just feel it. I feel like it's the emotional development I've had as a person that really just reflects in my music also. It's just
Okay.
like, so it's really just like growing as a person has also kind of like led me to grow musically. And what, you know, the same stuff that, you know, sparked my attention when I was 18 doesn't spark my attention anymore now. And I'm kind of just, I just keep pushing forward to find that thing that, you know, makes me interested.
And like you say, that's kind of a continuous thing because you fall in and out of love with a lot of things over the course of a lifetime, I suppose.
Yeah.
Where is your mind now then, now that the album is coming out? Like you mentioned earlier, you are a bit nervous in the sense of it finally coming out. So where's your mind now?
My mind is, you got to keep on making music. That's where my
Mm.
mind is right now. Like, no matter what happens to this record and like or what doesn't happen, like I need to continue to create, because that's at the end of the day, like that's what I want to do. So like I just gotta keep on making music, really, and do what I love, which is obviously making music.
Because for you, I mean, I can definitely see it's the pursuit of this creative process, but are you very ambitious in a sense as well, kind of on a more general
Or
sense, I suppose?
yes, I feel like I'm very ambitious. I feel like um um yeah, like I feel like I see my songs in a place where I couldn't see them before, and I see my songs in like Madison Square Garden, and I didn't do that before. And so I feel like there's definitely been like a switch, and I feel like
Mm.
you know, I'm heading for like, I don't know what I'm heading for, but I just feel like I'm I want to I want to I want my music to be heard everywhere.
Mm. And part of that, given that when people hear their songs, that they either find something in it or they don't. What has that been for you? The realization that a lot of people can connect with your songs or find something in there to connect with their lives.
I think that's pretty sick, and it's also kind of surreal. Like I've actually sometimes I struggle with realizing that,
Mm.
because just especially now that I don't see people's reactions anymore. I don't get to connect with people in real life. So like I don't know yet how much people love serotonin. I don't know yet how that has affected people. You know, like even though like I see a lot of people are listening to it, and people are still talking about it, and like, but you know, it is yeah, it's really, it's kind of a hard thing to realize, because you know I'm very much sucked into my own bubble of real,
Sure.
like, and my reality, like how, you know, my friends and my parents and my mom and like my sister and like the people I sort of see every day, I'm as much as everyone else is. And yeah, but um and I'm listening to other people's music and obsessing with other people's music, so, and they don't know I'm obsessing with their music.
Can you name me one artist that you're obsessing over at the moment?
One is Floating Points.
Okay, and why them particularly?
Um, I just think his music is so cool, and his album Crush is so catchy, and it's so hooky, even though it's like no vocals there. It's just full on vibes. I fuck with it so hard.
Okay, that's good. Final question then, or to round off kind of, because what you mentioned is interesting, because what I hear a lot when people write albums as well is they kind of have the live show in their in the back of their minds. Now, in this case, live shows were not really an option. So were certain songs, did you kind of envision them, how they would work out live, or was it more of a closed off process in that sense?
I think there's like one song that I've specifically seen live, and that's "Stupid You Stupid Bitch."
Okay.
Like that is like that sounds like it was written to be played live. So, but yeah, I haven't thought too much about that. I've just thought about like, you know, do I like this or do I not like it? And I've actually never really been like, how is this going to be played live?
Okay.
Because weirdly enough, I never thought anyone would ever see it live.
Well, with that in mind, then when you were writing these songs, you must have known that an album was coming, right?
Yes. I mean, I was working deliberately to make an album. So, yeah, I did know that was coming.
No, but in that sense, kind of you can't be too surprised about that live is going to be an element of playing live is going to be an element of it. Have you thought about how you would like to play these songs live already?
No, I'm figuring that out right now.
Fair
So
enough.
that's going to be a long process.
Fair enough. All right, Marie, thank you for taking the time to talk with me.
Thank you for talking to me.